Trucker.
Tom Cruise, roll out. You're watching or listening to We Got Your 6 at 6 Patriot Playtime. We the people, the People's Patriot Project.
Looking for a place to put your skill set, your thoughts, and ideas, or want to help continue the mission? You have come to the right place. We are the People's Patriot Project, and we are the shock and awe when it comes to meeting the needs of our veterans and first responders. We are dealing with a new enemy in today's world where the wounds are not always seen. We want you to be a part of this mission in saving lives and making a difference. Welcome to We Got Your 6 at 6 Patriot Playtime. Here's the WeP3 Team bringing you today's best heroes hits in the boots on the ground organizations that are saving lives. And as always, Patriot Pride.
Left, your left, hey. Left, right, your left. You got it!
Trucker.
Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to our show tonight. It is October 30th. Is this the eve of Hallows Eve? I'm not sure if that's right. Tomorrow's Halloween, and I'm sure if you're like the rest of us, you have been maybe celebrating this already. I think this is day 3 already for me, and so then we still have tomorrow. Welcome to the show. This is Andrea Eichmann here with the People's Patriot Project. Tonight, we bring you our weekly show / podcast called We Got Your 6 at 6 Patriot Playtime. Every week, we bring you a guest. Many times, we have a new musician in our pocket, and we share all the good, sometimes not so good things happening in our world. It is, again, the 30th of October. We have the amazing, gifted, talented Jenn Ford with us tonight. This veteran and musician has some new stuff to share with us, and we really can't wait. Check out her glitters and shines. Before we do get started tonight, though, we do ask that you take off your hats, stand for your hearts, and join us for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic
for which
it stands
one
nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Woo! Jenn was here, is here, she'll be here. We're trying to figure out how to get her in so she can link her Facebook right through here. So she'll be here in a second. She's looking beautiful, probably getting frustrated.
It has to be on our platform. She has to log into our platform.
I know, we're trying. Dude, we're trying. It didn't accept the code. So we're getting there. Yes. Alrighty. What you got? What do you got tonight? We have Chris and Heather Nobles in the house. They're being silent.
Hi, guys.
Let's unsilence them. Hi, guys.
How are y'all?
You guys have been busy.
Yes, very busy.
All good. You don't look scary, by the way. You don't look scary. What? That's what I'm saying. You look beautiful.
You haven't shaved since you've been home, have you?
Man,
you haven't shaved since Nashville.
No, I hadn't.
You've been too busy.
Yes, for sure. I had to do a quick 10-minute turnaround.
But
it wouldn't be scary.
What have you been too busy doing? Oh, let me show you.
Yeah.
That video comes to us by the only Chris Nobles of Simplify Designs. I can't thank these two enough for the hard work that they did over the Nashville Takeover. They were amazing. She's frozen. No, she's not. That's gonna go great on the podcast because no one's going to see it. That's all right.
Oh, I'll do it again.
We love it, Jen. Don't do that one. Don't do that one. Back to what I was saying. Chris Nobles and Heather, this is Jenn Ford.
Hey, Jen.
Hi, Jen. How are you?
And
Are we live right now?
yeah, we are live. And yes, he is like this years. All of the time. 1 year ago, we had the awesome blessing of having Jenn Ford here in Minnesota with Dom Kurz, BJ Leggett, and Doug Lane for a Come Out of the Storm event to help a first responder whose house had been burnt down. And it actually kind of was the catalyst to take on the next step of let's just go take over Nashville. It wasn't in our backyard this time, and we went and we kicked the doo-doo out of it. And we did it because of Chris and Heather. And the show would not have gone on without these two amazing people. So just so you guys know, your mic's off.
Oh, yes, sir.
So
we couldn't do it without you guys either.
Definitely.
And there's a lot of other people to thank, but I mean, I'm going to just say that Chris, I never saw the man slow down. He was always the first one to every venue. He was always the last one away from every venue. And he made sure, even though it wasn't necessarily his role, he made sure that the live stream was up and going every place. I asked him some hard questions. He even told me no once, which I'm glad he did. Because you know what? Sometimes that's what a team does is, I needed him really bad in one place. And here's the deal. Not only did he make it work, he ended up doing both things. So, I mean, Chris and Heather, I thank you for everything you did.
Thank you guys as well.
Yeah, thanks for the opportunity.
It was amazing. We were glad to be there.
How fun was it to build the family? And we have two perspectives because we have two different events. Because we had Jen, who was out here at the Come Out of the Storm, and we had Chris and Heather, who were at the Nashville Takeover. Can you guys share maybe a little bit your experiences in each one? Jen,
sure.
go first. I'm going to let Jen go first.
Yeah, okay, I'm sorry, go.
Look at her bright and shiny cheeks.
She's ready.
Enough highlighter to light up a whole football stadium.
Tell us why you have bright and shiny cheeks. Will you tell us first, please?
Well, because it makes me look younger than I really am, but also because on this whole Gold Dust Woman thing, because I got a new single out called Gold Dust. So it just happens to look good with my bleached hair, and you're welcome. But back to me. I'm just kidding. No, back to your event last year. It's my first time to ever be invited to a veteran event and not, I don't know, yes, I went up there to perform, but I felt more like that there was a holistic event where it served me and my heart, not just as a musician, but as a veteran and the experiences that I had as a veteran. Because a lot of times people forget when you are an entertainer that you have a life before that, especially if you're a veteran, and you have experiences that are unique to being a veteran. And for me, music is the outlet where I was able to turn my negative experiences into positive experiences and be with other people who are from similar life experiences, like BJ and Dom, and from Texas. And there's so many different ways that we connected on that trip, and with Doug as well. It just was a very unique and heartwarming experience, because I think it's easy to feel isolated. People expect me to be on all the time. They expect me to be perfect all the time, and I'm pretty open about my life, and I don't mind sharing my experiences. I feel like that helps other people, or maybe people are laughing at me and like, she's an idiot, but I don't care. But I think once the music part was done, our performance part was done, and we were just hanging out with, especially Dom and BJ, because they live not too far from me. And we got a chance to go hike and eat together and fellowship together. We formed a lifelong friendship as a result of that. We've already written songs together. They've come and played shows with me. BJ calls me probably 3 or 4 times a month. Dom and I text, and it's not always about music, but it can be about music. But it's also like a safe space where we can discuss things that maybe we don't feel comfortable sharing, or just inside jokes or whatever that not everybody would get. Because I have an 11-year span of my life is spent in the military, and I've been out for that much time, maybe a little bit more now, and I still don't think that part of me is ever going to get diminished. As far as it's always going to be a part of my life. It's always going to be a big part of the reason I do things the way that I do. It's part of how I interact with others, and sometimes those habits are good and sometimes they're bad. And when you have somebody else sitting there saying, man, I get it, I understand, I totally understand, then you don't feel so alone. Because that first 3 years that I got out of the military, when I wasn't doing music and I was trying to readjust to my community and find friends and find my place in the world and find a partner in my life, and raise children, because a lot of people end up in divorce from the military. I mean, it's pretty common that stress of that lifestyle can tear up relationships, especially in young people who didn't have a whole lot of time to cultivate roots anywhere. And so I was in a really tough spot trying to connect to my community, and music brought me out of that funk a lot, and other things too. But I felt like I was starting from scratch, where now I feel like it's come full circle, because I have a whole network of people that I know that are a lot like me, and I don't feel like by myself. And I think that's the biggest part of what you guys are trying to do, and what I take away from it is the fellowship that comes with all of us being together. It's less about the music. Yes, I have records. Yes, I have whatever. I'm really not that famous. I'm trying to be famous. I'm just trying to pay my bills and do what I love to do. But it didn't matter what kind of audience we had up there, because we had each other's attention, and we had each other's hearts and minds, and understanding and compassion and empathy for each other's situations. And that, to me, was the best experience I've ever had. Especially because I haven't done a whole lot of veteran things for myself. I've always done it for other people, like performing at VFWs, performing at, Veterans Day events, Memorial Day events. And they're like, Jenn Ford, she was a staff sergeant in the Army. And they're like, yeah, thank you for your service. And I'm like, yeah, well, where were you at when I couldn't pay my water bill and didn't have a babysitter, or needed to get help getting my VA claim filed, or needed help getting into college, or needed to make friends, and that's why we have a huge problem with veteran suicide, is the isolation. It's like being on an island surrounded by water, because there's a million places and opportunities to get off that island, but you don't know the direction to go, if that makes any sense. Like water all around you, and you have no clear map of how to do life after you have all that structure in the military. And so this was just a good experience for me. I love it. I love y'all. I think it's a good thing.
That is so appreciated. And we can't get it done without the talent of you and so many others. And so, Chris and Heather, now you get to follow that explanation.
Well, yeah, that was great. And
Yes, that was awesome.
I can totally relate. That's something that I don't know. It took me years and years and years to kind of just find out where my life should probably go. After serving 8 years in the Marine Corps and 2 tours. So that's the hardest thing. We get trained as professionals to do what we do in the military, and then we're not trained at all when we come home to be civilians again. So it's just a struggle. It seems like for every individual that incurs something like that. But now, over the past year, we've been working with doing some work for the People's Patriot Project, now doing some work with the People's Patriot Project, and hope to do much more. We had no idea. We knew what you guys had going on in Nashville. We wanted to be a part of it. We had no idea how we were going to get there, how we were going to afford it, or even make any of it happen. And we got 4 kids. We have to have, there's a lot of logistics involved, and 8 hours away and all that. So on top of doing everything else we do. But we made it happen, and it paid off. We didn't know what to expect, but the people we met, just like you said, Jen, the people we met, that made it all. Just the family we created, or are beginning to create, are creating our own. We've been talking to several people since we got back last week. I've been going through all this footage and stuff we got. We got a lot of good stuff we can use for promotions for the veterans artists later, and up and coming. And I feel great about it. Feel honored to have the opportunity to be a part of it, and I can't wait to see it grow and grow the family.
Well, it's just interesting. We have been blessed by these people. I can't put a scale or a weight to it. I can't say more, but that's the best part of what we have stumbled on accidentally, is creating these type of opportunities, and how much just sheer. I mean, I don't know. I'm going to tell you, as hard as we're working while we're there, it seems like there's no weight on our shoulders at all at any given moment. And we know that, for example, we needed to be 2 places at once on Sunday. Andrea and I needed to be on the red carpet at the Grand Ole Opry, and I'm like, okay, troubleshoot, boom. Asked Chris to cover it. He wanted to be there. They made arrangements to do that. We asked another set of band members, could you cover this, the audio aspect of it. We didn't live stream from Bold Patriot. We didn't have the structure set up to do that. And everyone took their pieces. Now, these are things that I don't like our artists to touch. I want them to come relax, but the reality is they're not relaxing. But the reality is they're also getting more out of it. There's so many caveats to this, because there was one point where some of our artists, because they're gigging from 7 to 1, and then we get done, and then we go to the resort, and then they jam from whenever they got there until 5, 6. I watched the sun come up more times than I wanted to, and then we were up ready to go in a couple hours to get set up for the next one. And we wore our 18-year-old out. He was, come Sunday, he's like, I need a break. And so we put him to work at the Grand Ole Opry, working as a
like a grip for he's good,
our camera guy. So I'm like, you don't get any time off, man. Let's go, buck up.
And I know that you don't like. So we like to treat. It's a treat. Our musicians that are veterans and first responders, we want to treat them, and Mark wants to treat them in the highest way possible. But I heard I heard the coolest things this weekend, and number one, and this is something that you get or you don't get, but the band members who helped with the sound at the Bold Patriot that night also said, I don't get it. Of course we're going to go along and we're going to watch the other band members. We're like bonded to them now. And I don't know where some of these people are, but we're here because we're part of this family now. And they wouldn't have missed it for the world. And I don't think they minded 1 ounce helping out.
I think they'd love to be in there.
Yeah. They were going to be there anyway, because they felt that was part of the whole process and production and reason and purpose. 3 P's: process, production, and purpose.
I think the reason that this works, number one, music is a universal language for everyone, and everyone can understand it. You don't have to be a musician to love music, but the reason this works and is so surprising to all of us is, number one, there's so many different programs, recreational programs for veterans, that are like hunting or fishing or shooting or biking or hiking or whatever. And those are all great. But, I did that a whole lot in the Army, and, fantastic. But those are all outlets that people enjoy and can relieve their stress. And this is such a neglected area, because I think a lot of times people think, well, that's just artsy fartsy, but music has been a part of everyone's life and the military forever, and it's just so simple. It doesn't have to be perfect. It
Yep.
releases
Don't say that to me.
so many emotions.
Say that to me. I want it to be perfect because it's not a reward. It's a payback. It's a thank you. It's a you guys, and I got the chance to speak at one of the venues, and it's like, our veterans and first responders have already done their job. They've already done it. You all are here in this audience because of our veterans and first responders. I will argue that to the day I die. No one is kicking in your back door while you're laying your big fat head on the pillows of freedom because of what veterans and first responders are doing.
Amen.
Recognize it, please. But on top of that, each person that's involved with the People's Patriot Project is actually continuing their service. They may not necessarily realize it, but with the number of people that watch the show, hear the radio station, are involved, they reach out to us and they talk to us. And we probably need to do a better job of saying, hey, these people hear your message. They hear your talent. You are still serving. And we constantly do have this conversation about not everyone is singing the song as woe is me, PTSD. And you've got amazing songs that have nothing to do with service relation. And again, I'm not minimizing the PTSD piece. I'm not making fun of it. I'm just saying, there's ways and there are messages. I'm going to tell you what, Sal Gonzalez had a standing ovation at Tin Roof because he played Heroes, and he wasn't going to play Heroes. And someone in the crowd yelled Heroes a couple times, and he said, fine, I'm going to play it. And it impacted the people in the room that needed to hear it at that time. And I'm going to tell you right now, if you're in a spot, in a place, need help, this is where you can bring that. But if you also just need to find a way to get those feelings to the surface, start listening to our musicians, because some of them do have the stories. Jenn is going to rock your socks off. But she's been working on and has some stuff in the wheelhouse that is about, hey, we're gonna recover, we're gonna make life better, we're gonna get through this.
First song I ever wrote to paper is about PTSD, and I have played it on stage. It has been done in the studio, but I'm not ready to release it yet because I think I lived in that space for so long that, and that song is more about, the song's called Pity, and it's more about the processing of the stages of PTSD and how you overcome it. And the message is basically, at the end of the day, I don't want anybody to feel sorry for me anymore. I'm tired of living in that space. I'm doing good. I worked really hard to get to where I am right now. And I sing it sometimes live for other veterans that I know, and they love it, but I'm just not really ready to put it out there because I want people to focus on my creativity without that experience, and
Absolutely.
not just be attracted to my sad sob story, you know?
No, I totally get that. And I'm glad we have a diverse opportunity through all genres of music. Some have the stories, some have the rock your socks off, and we have been so blessed, so amazingly blessed, and we're gonna get some thank yous here. Mr. Wren, another one. I haven't had the chance to. We haven't done our thank yous for the night yet, Gabriel. So hang tight. He was there and helped cover the footage of the red carpet at the Josie Awards at the Grand Ole Opry, and we've got some behind the scenes stuff that I'm not allowed to put out there yet, but I'm waiting for the nod. I think I know why I haven't gotten the nod, and we'll get that taken care of tomorrow. But Gabriel Wren is a beast, and just there to help and support, and we're looking forward to doing some work with him in the near future. I got to do some research here, but why don't we let Jenn run with one of her songs? Which one do you want to go with first?
You want to play the new one?
You want to go right up, boom, blow it up?
Yep.
Do you have a background story to this?
I've been doing this song probably for 7 years, and it's the first song off my new album that's coming out in 2023. It's just songs that I love. They're all covers, and they're being done in an updated new way. I really feel like that there's so much crap on the radio right now that a lot of these kids don't know what good music is, like that mumble rap, whisper singing stuff. And
Whispers.
yeah. And this is kind of like it's a selfish project. I mean, my manager is an MP veteran as well, and he's the one that helps me put this stuff together, put the financing together to get it done. And he's been on my side since 2017, and I just approached him with a fully formed idea, had some concept videos put together, and asked if he would help me get the single put out. And then I said, I really want to do 10 songs. And he said, let's do it. It's really cool. And so this is the first song, and I thought it was a good time to release it around Halloween. And it's just my version of Gold Dust Woman. And the rest of the songs on the album are all going to be from icons that I grew up listening to that are done in my way.
That's awesome. We got Jenn Ford with Gold Dust Woman.
Take your silver spoon, dear your
Awesome.
I didn't want people to think the video was over. Look, she's got her gold dust makeup on. I think we lost our PG-13 status with that video. There's some brief nudity. We should have let everyone know that was.
I'm not nude.
Not you. No, we're gonna have everyone rewinding it, looking where it's at. It's one of the tarot cards. No, it's just totally joking. And you produced that yourself as well, didn't you?
Yep, I videoed it, directed it, edited, put it all together.
That's awesome.
Wow, great job! Great
Thank you.
job.
I'm proud of it. It's
Fun to listen to.
so much cheaper when you do it by yourself.
Well, and I'm hoping we can fix some of these problems within our network here soon. That's one of the reasons why we have Mr. Wren working in around us, and Chris Nobles has been doing an amazing job with some of the things he's been doing, and I'm hoping that can be part of a package that we can help promote our veteran and first responder musicians. Working together, man, that's going to be awesome if we get a chance to do that and keep trudging forward. And no one's slowing us down yet.
That's not a challenge. That is not a challenge.
Knock on wood. It was kind of fun in the fact that there are other. So let's tear this Band-Aid off. Look, watch Andrew's eyebrows go. Oh, no, here we go.
I'm gonna drink some more water. Thank you.
Yep. Our mission's not music. Our mission is saving lives. Our mission, we have a whole nother flagship mission that we actually, you can't crowdfund it because it costs too much to do, but it is going to be effective. It is going to include all the people you've seen connected with the People's Patriot Project. And we will get there. It's just, we're building up the steam. We're building up the motion. We're putting new people in the network. We're just making sure we have the right people in the right places. And then I just think we're just going to, boom, take care of things. And so you did an amazing job, Jen. And so one of the things we always talk about when our musicians do things that are outside of making music, that distracts from making music. I'm sure you had a great time doing it. You had fun doing it. But if we could provide that as a tool to make you more successful, then we would like to try and make that happen. But you now have a skill set in your pocket that you can help share your secrets with us as well. Gold makeup may help in a lot of ways. And so I know who would have looked really good in gold makeup in Tennessee. Miss Heather Nobles is a dancing fool. She is a dancing.
I had to
Well,
get up and dance.
Chris-
That was awesome. I really enjoyed your stuff.
Chris Nobles is a dancing. That was a surprise that came out of boom, hit me aside. Look at this guy dancing all over the place.
Didn't you say you had 4 kids?
We do have 4. Yeah.
We all dance around the house as much as we can.
Well,
Yeah.
the babies got here.
I want to see a video of that sometime, not to exploit your children, but to see the whole family dancing and having a great time.
I'll record it.
The little ones get down because Chris is always rocking. I mean, we may not sing and all that stuff, but we have like happy feet, and we love the family. We love music, and we love what you guys do, just touching people on that level like music does. So thank you for what you do. That was a beautiful song, but yeah, we like to dance and we love music, and we love all y'all.
You guys are too nice.
Hopefully next time I'll get to make it up there. I couldn't come. My schedule's pretty packed right now.
We almost had you.
Next time. Can't wait.
My oldest graduated 2 years ago. Yes, and my youngest is about to graduate next in 2024, and they're big time athletes. And in the fall is very difficult for me to do stuff because I'm 100% a football mom, and so
That's awesome.
I was like, I can't miss it. I can't miss that game.
No, completely. When we were down there, Chris Turner's son had a playoff game, and his daughter had some kind of competition the next day, and he was feeling bad. He wasn't at, and I'm like, no, dude, you go spend time with your family. You enjoy your family, and I mean, we're family too. But when you have time, you can give your extra here. And I was just excited that he shared those stories with us, and that we knew about it. And did I see a big chicken in your video?
The rooster. Around 4 minutes.
Oh no! Don't tell them where. Make them watch the whole video.
So I made the video. My husband's also in the video.
He is?
Yes.
Yes.
I'll have to watch it again.
Yeah. So we got some pretty good friends in my kind of where I grew up in Panola County, just about 45 minutes from where I live now. And they come to a lot of my shows. And when I was putting the video together, I put a video together using stock video just to get my management and record label to kind of say, okay, this makes sense. Let's do that. And then I was like, well, I want to be in the video, and I want to use real fire, and I want to use real people and do real stuff, and I want to be the Gold Dust Woman. And so I called my friend Greg Hunt and his lady, Miss Robin, and I said, do you guys have some sticks laying around at your house? Because we've played out there before. They got a whole bunch of land. And he said, yeah, I got a whole bunch of trees I need to burn. So that's all that. And then I sent him the concept video and told him what I was kind of trying to do. And then by the time I got there, he had all these cow skulls laying around, and he'd already like made this huge bonfire. There were 2 cedar trees that were completely dead. That's the ones that were like the most beautiful to watch burn because the embers were flying. And Eric and I went shopping to the Spirit store and like Walmart and found a couple things. And I didn't even end up wearing the outfit that I was going to wear. I gave it to their daughter, and she wore it. And I made her like the maiden that I was casting the spell over or passing the torch to, or whatever you wanted to do. But Eric's wearing the goat mask. That's good. And they have a whole bunch of chickens, and they're mean ass roosters, excuse my language. Was there, and Greg thought it would be a great idea, and he asked me if I wanted to kill a chicken on the video, and I said no, I do not, but I will hold one. And I've never held a live chicken before, and he brought it to me, and he had spurs on his little feet that I felt like if he got mad enough or thought that I was nervous that he was going to get me. And so he said, how do you want to hold him? And I said, what is the safest way to hold this thing? And so he turned him upside down and he handed him to me. He said, hold on tight. And I said, you got it. And then he put a cleaver in my other hand. And when you see me walking towards the camera, I'm kind of like, but more I'm like, get this thing out of my head. Because I could feel him. He like froze, but I could feel him like contemplating his next move.
Yeah, he was thinking about what was going to happen.
It's like, I'm going to be dinner. So
did you dispatch said chicken?
Huh?
Did you dispatch said chicken?
No, we had to actually show pictures of the live chicken the next day because I got accused.
Oh yeah,
doing real rituals and murdering animals.
No way.
Okay,
because no chickens look alike.
I got private messages that told me basically to come back into the light. Use your talents for, the light, the good light. Be a good witch, Glenda. I was like,
oh lordy.
Oh boy. Was the rooster named? Does he have a name?
He is named, but I can't remember what his name is. But he's like gorgeous. He's got green and red feathers and brown feathers. Beautiful. And he just struts around. And I've stayed out there before, and he wakes everybody up in the morning. Like, he's loud.
Wow. That's crazy stuff.
Yeah. I think that's the
just got a rooster, so
They got chickens.
That's the rooster crow now. And our dog actually ate a chicken while we were gone to Nashville. So unfortunately,
Do you have mad neighbors?
Well, probably.
I mean, I smoothed it over. I would try to replace it, but they were like, it's okay.
Do you go buy them a bucket of Kentucky Fried Chicken and bring it
I
over?
don't think I'm going to do that. That might end in insult to injury.
Oh wait, Bojangles. You gonna get some Bojangles?
Chicken.
No Bojangles.
I'm sorry, I'm making light of this sensitive.
No,
subject.
she's good at smoothing things over, though. Heather's very good at that.
Oh boy.
This family I live in, I need to do a lot of smoothing. So. Sometimes.
Well then. I do want to take time. We got the chance to Mission Barbecue in Nashville brought us in. And if you haven't had the chance, I need to go, and I know there's YouTube videos out there. I took my own minute. We walked in the front door right at noon. And if you've ever been to a Mission Barbecue, right at noon, they do this loud announcement. We are going to do the national anthem now. And everyone stands in the restaurant. They smoke their meat. And at that time, like the smoked meat, like was getting into my eyes and smoke inhalation. And everyone was doing the national anthem. And it was amazing. And Mission Barbecue does it right. And on top of that, they donated a meal to the People's Patriot Project for those members that showed up. And I think we might have done a real poopy job of making sure everyone knew that was happening. I know Chris and Heather missed that, but I also know that Chris and Heather needed some sleep that day.
Yeah, I wouldn't have made it probably.
Food, sleep.
Yeah. We'll maybe do it later next time.
Chowing down when we got wherever we were going.
You know, at the front of planning all this, it sounded like a good time to plug it in right there before the red carpet. And unfortunately, some people missed it because we were running so much. Alyssa Ruffin, we missed you on the red carpet.
Yeah, we did. Dang, I saw some beautiful pictures, though.
Yeah.
Amazing.
And again, we got to get you reset up. I know you had a little phone incident last time, but get you hooked up for coming on. We got your 6 at 6 Patriot Playtime. And you were up for several Josies down there at Nashville. And we just couldn't get away to shake everyone's hands. I was a little awestruck right off the bat. Willie Lee Golden was our first interview.
Wow, look at you.
Yeah, I practiced that all day long.
Did you write that down?
No, I didn't write it down. Those who don't know, Willie Lee Golden, he might have played in I think it was like a smaller band back in the 70s. The Oak Ridge Boys.
Oh, man, I knew all their songs as a kid. All their songs. I never knew why they counted all the flowers on the wall, but that doesn't bother me at all. So...
But great conversation. I would like to get through the list real quick, and then this is going to take longer than an hour tonight, folks. Sorry, not sorry. We got amazing things to talk about, and our mission was successful this last week, and I want to brag about it. It's not about me bragging about it. It's about me bragging about what the people and the people connected with the People's Patriot Project did. I mean, our musicians, Adam Crabtree, Tammy Jo Dabbs, Sal Gonzalez, Cody Howell, Sean Keller, Rod Knowlton, Adam Martin of Blackbird Anthem, Timothy Newton and his band, Clayton Q, what a blessing he was. Malachi came on, and Andrew, after we do this, I would like you to share the story, if you remember the story of the young waitress we had there. Do you remember that whole story?
Do you, Heather? Do you remember the waitress at Scoreboard?
Oh, that person?
Yeah, that was an amazing.
So let's share that story real quick. We had Malachi, who basically kind of did an altar call, really weird, kind of in the bar. It was perfect. It was about saving lives. It had nothing to do with And Malachi, we love following you. Don Ricks, Sugar Rose, Barbara Sim, Alexis Taylor, Tony Turner, Chris Turner, Samantha Kate, and I really will feel super bad if I forgot anyone. Thank you. Those were the musicians that donated their time over the weekend and came and did amazing. And these were the ones that chose to be part of the family. We're taking care of some pieces. We're going to make it bigger and better. We are the Shock and Awe. We, the people, the People's Patriot Project. That includes everyone that I just mentioned, just so you know. No one takes ownership of anything that they did. Chris and Heather humbly come in and share, and at no point did they ever say, hey, you didn't thank me enough. And we don't thank them enough, and that's the truth. Thank you to all of those. I said Mission Barbecue. Big Vinny at Buffalo River Resort. This does not happen without you, brother. Setting up the venues for us. Chris Turner setting up the venues for us. This does not happen without you, gentlemen. Thank you. Bold Patriot, Tin Roof, and our first one, Scoreboard. Thank you to the venues that said, hey, there's value to this. You're bringing us in. Thank you. I am excited about the relationships we have built, and I am excited for the relationships we'll have in the near future and moving on. And we've got bigger plans for next year. I don't think we're just going to be in Nashville once this next year. That's kind of where I'm sitting. We have been begged to come down there and share more testimony. We've been begged to come down there and share more musicians. And we will do the best we can. There's not many people in the organization, so to speak, that are proactive right now. We'll fix that problem with people like Chris and Heather and other people, Jenn Keller, who wants to be there, and many more. And I want my musicians to do, and not mine. I don't own them. I don't own the rights of any part of them. They are free to do what they want, when they want, how they want. We are just here to promote them, hopefully make their world bigger and better, and get their music out there so people can hear it.
100%, yeah.
Boom. I can do that. We'll just throw one of these bad boys in there. There we go. We'll probably get one of these too. So, we do. What's our next song, Jen?
Do you want me to play one for you?
Oh, this is off the cuff. This happened. This happened in Nashville, and it was successful. Let's do it.
Okay, well, y'all know the story behind my guitar. BJ Leggett gave this to me at a gig in January and told me it was time for me to learn how to play. So I played it for about 2 days and then put it up. And then picked it up a couple more times, and actually I started taking lessons about 6 weeks ago. I've always played enough to get by with writing, but not ever on stage. Never played on stage. And then a couple weeks ago, I just decided to start playing it on stage, and now I have to buy strings and all kinds of stuff because I'm playing on stage a little bit. And I found out that the biggest thing that I needed to do was just start doing it, because there's no real reason why I can't learn this skill and be good at it or good enough at it. And it definitely helps me out when I'm writing, and also helps me just stay fresh and to always try to improve. So this is a song I wrote long time ago about somebody I'm no longer married to, but it's a really beautiful song, and I got rid of him and kept the song. My husband loved the song. It's called John Wayne Smile. and it's on Spotify, iTunes. So I'm gonna try to do it. I was sitting in the diner, it was 2:30. The last thing I ever wanted for you to do was coming in true. But you walked on up with a John smile and flashed me a glance from your teenage eyes. You said, honey, mind if I talk to you? Well, I don't know how you taught me out of my number, but I'm so glad that you called. Well, I don't know how you taught me out of my number, but I'm so glad that you called. So much to remember, so much to forget. I gave you hell since the first day we met. I punished you for sins that you didn't commit. Thank God for temptation when you kissed me that night. I wanted to run and put up such a fight. Then you toppled those walls and you wore me down. Well, I don't know how you taught me my number, but I'm so glad that you called. Well, I don't know how you taught me my number, but I'm so glad that you called. Now I know there are times you have to be gone, but I'll be here waiting for you till you come home. I'll lie here lonely night after night until, baby, you come home to hold me tight. Well, I don't know how you taught me my number, but I'm so glad that you called. Well, I don't know how you taught me my number, but I'm so glad that you called. 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 That's it.
That was awesome.
That's a perfect segue right there. Only in the fact that all of us have one of these sitting close to us or by us or near us. And you could call someone in your life or text or message or do whatever you need to check in on. We call this our buddy check. And I know that wasn't the premise of Jen's song, but start that relationship again, build that relationship again, have those conversations. Come see us at We Got Your Six at 6 Patriot Playtime. Listen to WeP3 Radio. Let me get that link up real quick. You get to hear Jen. You get to hear many others. We're going to get her new song up and rolling here. It's not on the radio station yet, but we will get that up there. But back to our buddy checks. We have to lessen the 17 to 75. I do think sometimes people get confused about the mission of what we're working on when it looks like all we're doing is having fun all the time. It's not work when you're having fun. It's not work when you're getting to go lay paws on your brothers and sisters who are from all over the country. I think we had 8 states represented down in Tennessee. I think that's pretty special. and I can't tell you all the things that are working in my head right now. And I got to keep some of it kind of quiet right now too. But because we're building and we're growing, and I don't get to take any credit for it, and I won't take any credit for it. It's not my style. It's the amazing people you're seeing on here. I have the vision. These amazing people on the screen help me get to that vision, but they're part of the vision. And I give them full credit for everything that I get to do and be part of. And amazing song, Jen. Alyssa gave you a standing ovation, I think. Do you know Alyssa Ruffin?
No, I don't. Well, maybe.
Up and new coming artist from the Dakotas. And
I want to go to the Dakotas. I've never been to the Dakotas.
Well, we're not going to have that kind of commercial right now, okay? We just I don't know if I have a whole lot of positive things to say about.
We're gonna go on the road and live in a school bus, a magic school bus. I
don't know that I have a lot of positive things to say about the Dakotas other than Alyssa Ruffin at this time, and that's okay. All right. I did have a couple more thank yous that I did. I knew I'd forget a couple. We need to thank the Beeman Toyota group down there who hooked us up with some parking and took care of our needs in that matter when we were down at Tin Roof. No parking in the area. We need to thank the Pasanitos, and I'm probably pronouncing it wrong, the Josie Awards, for having faith in me and Andrea and being able to cover the red carpet. Wow. That's all I got to say. Wow. Jim, we can't get into that conversation. I don't have any argument. with that, but we gotta play nice in the sandbox, and that will start something if we go with that. That is Sean Keller's father, and again, what an amazing talent! And look, Jen's got a special guest.
Yes, he's a famous actor
from
my music video.
I think I've seen him.
Yeah,
he's been in a couple music videos.
Was he a grand wizard? Is that what he was?
Oh, I don't know if that's maybe not that one.
Wait, stop. Not what never stop. We're done. We gotta end the show now. No, that's not where I was going.
Maybe
Wow. I don't know what's wrong with the screen. It's frozen.
Wow. Thanks. I was thinking more Harry Potter wizard. Okay.
That's not better.
No, that would be very difficult for our multicultural family.
Gosh, you guys make me feel.
I got
Freudian slip.
It was not a Freudian slip.
I got what you meant.
Thanks.
Sorry. My summoning minion. Yeah. That was
summoning minion. Okay, let's go with that.
Channeling my powers through the flames to the young maiden to possibly, cast a spell. I don't know.
I can't believe. There is a new challenge at Arby's called. They make fun of me because I call it the Diablo, but I'm doing it on purpose because you will die if you eat it.
You said like hot food. Diablo too. Diablo, but not even Ablo.
I like hot food, but the Diablo challenge or dare is real. And I see my face is almost as red as the night I ate the Diablo dare. And
did y'all get the chips yet that I told you to get?
No.
And so Andrew is all about them, and now that she knows what it is, there's not a chance on earth she's going to even.
Oh, I'm game. I will do this.
She'll find a way to fake the chip.
I was trying to get them to do the hot chip challenge on yeah, we got your 6 at 6. See how that went.
Yes, Alyssa, I will do it. I promise I will. I had the hottest flippin' Bloody Mary this morning. I think I'm up for the
I'm
challenge.
just saying, don't do it.
You will instantly regret it.
I'm bringing Eric next time.
To what?
Yes.
Please do.
Oh.
Please do. I feel like I need to hug Eric.
You're in luck, buddy.
Why do you need to hug Eric? Are you thanking him for
Well,
putting up with me?
I have the best hug.
Oh, he does. He is.
I just feel like he's part of the team. And you know what?
He is.
I know he supports you, and we make sure that we support those family members. Nice segue. Those family members that support our veterans and first responders, A, in service, and B, post service. And I know he lets you go play a lot. And I think Eric needs a little us time is what I think. Okay.
I will tell you that Eric is the first person in my life that fully told me to do what I needed to do to be whole. And that made me love him even more. He never, ever told me no, ever, about things that were positive, ever. And I've had more success with him at my side than I ever have on my own. And it's so important for veterans to have people around them that are giving them a healthy space to recover and explore new things and have stability in their life. And I mean, I still have nightmares. I still have panic attacks and all that stuff, but it's managed. Everything's managed. Like the other night, 3 o'clock in the morning, a storm rolls through. I get woke up. I forget where I am for a minute, thinking I'm somewhere else. And then I look over and he's there. And he's like, "Is it the storm?" And I said, "Yes." And I was awake for the next 3 hours, but I was able to go back to sleep because I knew I was in a safe spot and that he understood what was happening and that there's a reason why that things are the way they are with me. And he's not fazed by it.
Eric, will you do me a favor? When you're in our space, and I may or may not have had a little bit too much bourbon, and I may go to sleep, will you tell your wife no on the TikTok at that moment, please?
No, don't do it.
What TikTok?
He's still teasing me about the TikTok I made of him last year talking in his sleep.
Oh man, come on. Yeah, that was.
At your own
Hey,
risk.
trust me, you got me too. So don't. It's okay.
We're gonna have to team up on her. We'll have to create our own.
No, the trick is you don't fall asleep first.
Yeah, yeah. Well,
If that's the case, I'm gonna be targeted every time.
right. I run out of gas, and then I run out of gas. What can you do? Give me more gas, I guess.
Maybe y'all and Eric can cuddle together while me and Andrea keep the party going.
All right.
Yeah. See? Anyone that was at Nashville, I don't know. I needed you, Jen. I needed you because we had prime opportunity to do another TikTok, and I just didn't even think of it.
Not
Dang
fair.
it.
Not fair.
Dang it.
One of these days you need to share that.
Can't even put your guard down and go to sleep. Ridiculous.
Nope.
I mean, he was laying there in the public space while everyone else was awake, shouting out.
Hey, when you're under the foosball table, that's my safe place. Okay.
It's in the common room. It's in the common area.
Under the foosball table is a safe place. All right, Eichmann, do the news. Come on.
Oh my goodness. Okay, we got a little bit of news this week. Let me do this. I tried to keep it fairly short, but we did miss last week. So October 26th was National Day of the Deployed. This is a day set aside to honor all the brave men and women who have been deployed and are sacrificing or have sacrificed their lives to fight for our country. And we acknowledge their families that they are separated from them. And of course, we wear our red every Friday to share in that message. October 27th was Navy Day. October 28th, You guys, this is a biggie in our world. It was National First Responder Day. And I feel like we need to have a t-shirt for that one as well. This day recognizes the heroic men and women who make it their business to take immediate action when disaster strikes. Immediate. And I have to feel like they're always on guard for this as well. Not sure what a first responder does. Think about 9/11. Think about the firefighters, the police, the paramedics, everybody who rushed into that lower Manhattan area. Whether you've had your own emergency or not, it's hard not to understand and appreciate the generous and difficult work they do day in and day out. We had Miss Veteran American winner Carolyn, and I can't think of her last name, but October 30th today is Miss Veteran American pageant. Miss Veteran America pageant, excuse me. That highlights more than just the strength, courage, and sacrifice of our nation's military women, but it also reminds us that these women are mothers, daughters, sisters, wives, aunts, cousins, all of that. It's a movement encouraging women veterans to uplift each other and find their tribe. Let me not leave out that today is National Candy Corn Day. You love it or you hate it. I don't think there's any in-betweens. I think it's...
Oh, Eric's not a fan.
Eric doesn't like it.
Trash.
Do you ever take the handful of peanuts and the candy corns and eat them and it tastes like one of the salted nut rolls?
At the same time?
I try the.
Yeah.
It happens, yeah.
Who likes candy corns? Raise your
I'll
hand.
pass. I just want the peanuts now.
I'll eat a handful.
I'll eat like
Eat anything.
4 and then I'll second.
Maybe one pumpkin.
What is Nuble's kid, little boy, gonna be for Halloween?
What is your little boy going to be for Halloween? Eric asks.
One of them's Batman, and the other one's Spider-Man.
Let's go. Good choices. Good choices.
Eric loves children. He is the child whisperer. He has the best lap for reading stories, sharing cookies. He also has been Santa Claus for 7 years in a row.
Really?
What?
That's awesome. Well, it takes a special
Yeah.
somebody to be Santa
Time
Claus.
out. I don't share too many cookies. So let's be honest.
I wouldn't either.
Okay, what's your favorite Halloween candy, Eric?
Oh, Three Musketeers every day of the week.
Jen.
Snickers or Reese's. It's a toss up.
Chris.
Reese's, the little miniatures.
The miniatures.
Yeah.
Nice.
Andrea.
Right amount of peanut butter to chocolate ratio.
Yeah.
Okay, watch this, because I used to fight for the Three Musketeers, but maybe I had too many because I'm with Snickers at this point. Snickers. And Nick Richardson, if you send me candy corn ever, we gotta have a conversation, bud.
Well,
I
he's
like
being real.
it.
He's saying it's like,
Terroristic threats.
He's look at right here. He's giving us the old. It's like
he's saying
fruitcake.
it's like the fruitcake of Christmas. So no one wants to get that. That's the gift that keeps on giving. I'm confident there's a fruitcake in this house.
What about
That
those little weird peanut patties that came in the orange and black paper?
Uh-huh.
oh yeah.
Yeah.
It tasted like paste.
Okay. Yeah.
What were those?
Peanuts are.
Oh, Alyssa Ruffin just mailed a bag of candy corn to her husband.
See, I'm liking Alyssa more and more every minute. And her husband, for that matter. Yeah, what were the twist of Bit of Honey? Bit of Honeys?
I like those.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
Andrea, what are your 42 grandchildren going to wear for Halloween?
42. Well, the little peanut was over in he had a sweatshirt on and he is called a milk monster. He's 6 weeks, so he's a milk monster. I had 2 princesses over last night. Little milk monster had a new outfit. That was 2 days ago. Then yesterday it was he was a fox. His daddy's a big old hunter fisher. So my daughter was real concerned about having a boy because this is Aaron. One day he was riding a snowmobile and it was kind of a snowstorm. And he was heading to where Faith was working. And he didn't know this big hill would fly him right into the door of a storage facility. Like all those doors in a row, just bam. Anyway, so she's worried about the Daredevil piece. I don't know what the rest. I saw Leo. I don't know what the rest are gonna. The little one up in North Dakota, she's Wonder Woman. She's a small but mighty package. So the boys, I haven't seen them yet. I'm sure tomorrow I'll get a load of that.
Did you see what Jake was?
I did.
Yes, I loved it.
He went through your closet and took out all your rock star clothes. That is hilarious.
My kid has an afro that's this big.
Nice. Love it.
And he's a defensive end that weighs like 250 pounds, is 6'4". And he put on some of my elastic bell bottoms that were super tight on him, but he put them on anyway. And
you should
shirtless.
Those are like yoga pants. You can, but should you is the question.
It took about 4 minutes to get him outfitted because he was like, "Mom, I need a costume," and I was like, "Lucky for you, I'm always dressing up as Jenn Ford, and I'm sure I've got something."
It was easy
That's
because
so awesome.
his girlfriend was going to be a hippie, so it just kind of, fell in place.
That worked.
He looked
well.
like The Rock. He looked like Mike Johnson as a hippie.
Jimi Hendrix.
That's hilarious.
Jimi Hendrix on steroids.
Yeah. A big old Jimi Hendrix. I liked it.
What
are you
Chris
being,
Nobles,
Peterson?
what's next for you guys?
We are moving soon.
Yeah.
So we are trying to get this house in order, along with take care of all the business stuff we got going on. And yeah, hope ready to take the next step in our towards our future.
Where are y'all
Awesome.
trying to move to?
We live in South Carolina. And we're about to move just a little further north in the upstate South Carolina. So we're in Columbia now. We'll be going towards Greenville, a little west of Greenville, towards the Smoky Mountains.
Pretty. It's pretty up there.
It is beautiful.
What's next for Jenn Ford and Eric?
Well, we're in football mode. We're number 1 in district and slate number 8 in the state. And you already know that I'm crazy about football. So we'll be doing that until we aren't. And there's a pretty solid chance that every Friday from now till December 16th, I'll be watching football. The other Saturdays and Sundays, I'll be playing shows. I'm in the studio at Steel Records in Grand Cane, Louisiana this week and the week after Thanksgiving to finish up the album that's coming out in 2023. I'm also baking cakes and pies and dressing. If you would like for me to freeze dry and send it to you using rehydrated. Substitute teaching, managing 3 bands, doing all that. Lots of fun stuff.
Eichmann, are you wearing a costume?
No, I got this sweater for Nashville and I didn't wear it, so it's my fuzzy sweater.
Huh.
It could be a little hippie-ish, maybe.
A little hippie-ish.
Look like a snow angel.
Do you got anything you want to share, Andrea?
I think, nope. I got a lot that everyone will know soon, I think. So nothing personal.
Yeah. We are going to work really hard and reach out to our musicians that were in Nashville and get them all on the show here. We got some new ones. We have some old ones, but we love them all the same. And so we will be working to get that done. Remember, you can come see us every Friday for our debrief, and then we'll share what we're doing. We didn't put an organization on tonight because we wanted to share the amazing events. I know Chris has got some things in the works with some video stuff going on. I also know that Gabriel Wren is also got some stuff that will be getting put out there. And we are just excited to keep this mission with what we're doing and where we're going and how we're doing it. And we come be part of the shock and awe. Dang it. I did a good job. I didn't know how well I would do tonight. I've got some stuff in the brain that is going around. It's all positive in a sense, but the question is, yes, we can do that, Miss Jenn Ford. That's actually the one I was going to play because it's got a video with it. So, again, make sure you're doing your buddy checks. Again, make sure if you have a friend, a family member, someone that is in need of support, and you don't feel that you can provide those supports, I don't care where you're at in the country, reach out to us. We have over 160 affiliates that are ready to help at the drop of a hat. And we've had these conversations. Chris Nobles down in the Carolinas is an example. I know if I've got someone that needs help down there, it's just a phone call. Chris not literally talked me off the ledge today, but I just needed someone to hear me today, and he was there for me. And so I don't have those moments very often, but we haven't done such amazing things like this before, and just the decompression might be getting to me. Miss Eichmann's got something.
I did have a thought. So can we need to say a huge thank you to our friend Lee Williams, who happened to be in Nashville with his family. And we caught up with him a couple of times, but you know what? Sometimes he shows up and he just, boom, he's ready to roll and ready to help and ready to do great things. And
Absolutely.
we love him.
I like Lee. I remember Lee.
Yeah, he's a good guy. He could not stay quite as late because he had to drive back to Nashville. His daughter was down there visiting from college too. So, but he got to hang just for a little bit during the jam session.
Why is this on our page?
Yeah, caption it. Look at my dog's face.
Help me.
This kid off.
Unbelievable.
What is this thing?
He doesn't really like little children. Yes. See? See?
Built for comfort. Is there a story behind it?
This is an old Howlin' Wolf Willie Dixon tune that I redid, and it's super sassy. And I made this video as well, but it's no one you know is in that video. Some dancing.
No, Eric's not going to be a special guest tonight.
Dancing in there.
All right. We have Miss Jenn Ford with Built for Comfort. See you next week. Patriot Pride.
Some folks feel like that, but the way I feel, baby, don't you call me back, 'cause I was built for comfort, baby. I was built for speed. Well, I got everything. Oh, you bad boy, see. I've got all the loving, and I just want you to know that I was built for comfort, baby. I was built for speed. Well, I got everything. All you bad boys need. Some folks rip and roar, some folks be leaving signs. But if you want me, well, you gotta take your time, 'cause I was built for comfort, baby. I wasn't built for speed. But I got everything. Oh, you bad boys see. And I don't got no diamonds, and I don't got no everything. I got everything. Well, I got everything. All you bad boys and all you good boys need. I got it, baby.
Left, your left, left, right, your left. You got it.
Truck it on.